pretending to do something. Running a little bit late to work, but let's just get right in. Kind of tired this morning, but it's okay. We got this. So now I printed my list and they gave me my patients. And so I'm going to be doing ICU patients today pretty much. It's great because that way I can get better at it. So when I start as a hospitalist, I'll have more experience, I'll feel more comfortable. So that's the plan. Right now the census is kind of big. So each hospitalist is carrying 22 patients approximately. So yeah, so let's start reading up on these patients. Multidisciplinary rounds. Now I'm going to go see my patients, which are all in the ICU. Okay, so I just saw all my patients. Obviously, I couldn't take you guys in the ICU, but yeah, I had 4 patients today, and they're all pretty sick. So yeah, it took a little bit of time. So I'm going to go now and precept with my attending. We're going to run through the plan. Basically, I come up with my plan and discuss it with him. Let's go back to the office and run through the charts some more and put in the orders that we need to put in. Okay, so we just ran the list. I have a couple things that I need to do, so I'll take you guys with me. We just gotta go to the ICU and make sure a couple things are done. All right, let's go. I always like to use the stairs, try to get some steps in. So I'm getting used to it, like vent management and stuff. So I'm gonna probably do a day with respiratory therapy, and as I go through the vent settings and just get more comfortable with all of those things. So when I start as a hospitalist, I'll be good to go. I just finished doing what I need to do, and now we go back to our office, read up on the charts, and put in the orders so things can get rolling. Okay, so gonna be going down to do a thoracentesis. So it's interesting, so some hospitals do the thoracentesis at bedside, but here they actually do the thoracentesis in the ultrasound unit. So we're gonna head on over there, okay? This is the ultrasound room.
Oh, maybe I can sit down. Oh.
Are you gonna sit? Dr. Bavaria pretending to do something. We got to wrap. That was our ultrasound room with Dr. Bavaria. He's one of my attendings and future colleagues. We just finished up 2 thoracenteses, and now I'm gonna head back to the office. And I'm kind of hungry, so probably grab something to eat. Okay, so I kept trying to film my hospitalist video, and I got to like 3 o'clock or whatever I got to in the video. It just got really hectic, so I couldn't keep filming. We just had a lot of admissions come in, but it was pretty good. Had to check in with one of our ICU patients. We were able to get an extubation done, so that was really cool. It's always really important to be there. Obviously, you have to when you're extubating, just because there's a lot of things that can occur, and like the period of time after after, like immediately after extubation is very critical, and we want to make sure that the patient doesn't decompensate. So luckily everything had worked out, so it was good. And then we just had like a few admissions that we had to do, and then we typically wrap up around 7. So I'm pretty excited for it because I'm essentially going to be working in that hospital once I finish residency. So I decided to do an elective there so that I could get the hang of the ropes, and when I start it'll just be a smoother transition. And I think that I'm really happy with what I decided to do, and the team is fantastic, so I'm really looking forward to starting with them. But I hope that was interesting, and it's a little different. I would say, like, I've been at 3 hospitals now, and then each hospital runs a little differently. This hospital definitely has a different schedule and a different routine compared to the one that I did my core rotations at, and then compared that to main hospital that I worked at during intern year. Of course, there's going to be a huge difference, pretty significant differences, I would say, between the main hospital with all its extensive resources versus the community hospital. But it was interesting to even see how differently both community hospitals operate and how different groups operate. So it was very insightful, I think. I would highly recommend that if you are going to be working as a hospitalist, or I guess even if you're working in outpatient in your 3rd year, I think it is personally, I do think it's very beneficial to do a rotation at the place that you will be working, so that when you actually start, you hopefully would have a smoother transition, and it's not as stressful trying to get the hang of like a new place and potentially a new EMR. I mean, I'm lucky that's not the case for me, but for some people that may be the case. Yeah, so I think it's just nice to kind of get like the growing pains out of the way. And like when you start, you know everybody, you like at least you know who you're supposed to reach out to, you know what resources you have available. And I just think that makes transitioning into being an attending a little bit easier. I don't know, I'm hoping. I've just heard that it's difficult. The first year being an attending is really tough, just because it's the first year that you're like on your own and you're the attending. It's definitely a mindset switch. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm just glad that I was able to do a rotation, or like 2 rotations at my place of work, so that I can get more comfortable. But that's it, and catch y'all in the next one. Bye.